this is Kevin with CraveOrange.com, and today I'm going to go through something that I teach a lot in seminars. It's how to use your flash speed light, okay, off camera and create a really dramatic look in a situation like this right now. So I'm going to just like kind of use Essie here as my subject matter, her actually shooting this video. So let's pretend that she is the bride and groom at a wedding reception, okay? And we've got this really ugly background, so that, like around the studio here, there's just like nothing going on. You know, normally reception halls are not that pretty. Well, what I see most photographers do is they bounce their flash straight up in the ceiling. Well, what are you doing? Okay, you're doing two things. First, what's the worst time of day to shoot outside a person? It's noon. Okay, so you just created noonday sun, which is horrible, overhead light, and you also lit up that horrible background. So there's a really easy way to do this. Okay, the first thing I ever do when I go into reception hall or something like that, I set my camera at f8 at a 1/25th of a second at 100 ISO, and I take a shot. So let's just take a shot here. Boom, I now have a black frame, okay? So what does that do for me? I have a black canvas to work with. Now all I have to do is light my subject. I don't need to light the background, I just need to light my subject, okay? I do mine off camera. You can use a TTL cord, however you want to do it. I have a 600EX here from Canon, and then I use the speedlight transmitter too. So it's all synced so I can easily do this. So, okay, so if I'm shooting in TTL or ETTL on Canon, ITTL Nikon, what does that do for me? Okay, the camera is set, f8, 1/25th, 100 ISO. If I'm shooting in ETTL or ITTL, guess what? The flash knows exactly what the camera's set at. So it's going to give the proper exposure for my subject matter, okay? So we're going to go through the settings here, and we'll be right back, and we'll do that. Okay, so our camera is set, like I said, at f8 at a 1/25th of a second. I'm not using high-speed sync or anything at 100 ISO, so I have a black background, okay? Flash is set to ETTL, you know, through my transmitter here. Okay, the one thing you got to remember with these flashes is they have a zoom head on them, okay? So when you're zooming in and out with your zoom lens, this also zooms in and out, okay? And it changes the coverage of the flash as you do that. Well, you can also zoom it manually. So let's say, like a lot of times I'll shoot with a wide angle on the dance floor because I want to get just a big expansive space. Well, then what I'll do is I'll zoom my flash head in to like maybe 70 millimeters, so it's a spotlight effect. So then what I'm doing is I'm creating a spotlight on the bride and groom. So I'm lighting them with a spotlight, the background's black, I look like a hero. It's really easy to do. So let me go ahead and zoom this in. So I'm going to hit the zoom function here and go there, and I'm going to zoom it in. I'm going to go to 70 millimeter, okay? So now, you guys hear the video with Essie is my subject. So I call this orangutan because you kind of look like an orangutan. You have your arm up there like that. So I'm going to go like this. Boom. And there we go. I now have just did a spotlight effect on Essie. I'm normally closer than that, but we're kind of feeling, let's see if I can do this and not lose my mic. So there we go, and boom. Perfect. So now you can see the background is still black, okay, but the subject is lit. So it's so easy to do, and it's all TTL, so I don't even have to do any calculations. So literally, every time I go in somewhere, I shoot at f8, 1/25th of a second, 100 ISO, take a shot, it's black, and there's a lot of light coming through here today too, so that just shows you that you're not going to get any ambient light. So then all I'm doing is I'm zooming my flash head in, using a spotlight effect, and I get this amazing shot. In fact, I'm going to zoom it in even a little more than that. Let's do one more shot here. So let me go to zoom, and I'm going to zoom it into, this one goes to 200 millimeter. I think most of the other flashes go to like 120, 135, something like that. So let's go ahead and zoom in here. So this will be even a bigger spotlight effect. Boom. There we go. So I lit the camera perfectly. So we're going to say the camera is the bride and Essie is the groom in this shot. So, you know, you never want to light up the groom too much because they're kind of, you know, they're props anyway. So it's all about the bride. So there you go. How simple is that? Really easy, simple technique to create something out of nothing and make yourself look like a brilliant photographer. This is shot in color. I always convert these shots to black and white because it just adds a little more drama to it with this style of lighting. So there you go. There's a quick tip, little flash thing. Okay, Kevin Focht, craveorange.com. Thanks. Bye-bye.